is a beautiful morning. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Carnival Breakfast Show, coming to you from Carnival Radio, and this is Newspaper Review. I am Joseph Oyekola. Good morning and welcome once again. This morning on Newspaper Review, I came with different newspapers, and each of them with interesting stories. Have the Punch with me, have the Vanguard newspaper, have the Post, and I have the Nation newspaper. Starting the news with the headlines. Dangote rejects NNPC offer to increase stake in refinery. Olubadan seeks integration of traditional medicine with modern healthcare. Akwa Ibom doctors threaten 1 billion naira lawsuit against EFCC over hospital raid. Oyo will become Southwest tourism capital, says Makinde. And now to the news and details. The president of the Dangote Group, Alhaji Aliko Dangote, has said the group rejected request by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited to increase its 7.25% stake in the Dangote Petroleum Refinery. Dangote stated this in an interview with the chief executive officer of the Norwegian Sovereign Wealth Fund, Nicola Tegan. The interview was monitored by the newsmen on Wednesday. This came as findings by the newsmen show that petrol supply from the 20 billion naira Lekki-based refinery rose to 3.18 billion liters in the first quarter of 2026, while import fell sharply to 65.52 million liters. Further findings indicated that the average domestic ex-depot petrol price from the Dangote refinery across January to March 2026 was about 8,000 naira per liter. This implies that the multi-billion-dollar plant supplied over 3.2 trillion naira worth of petrol domestically during the review period. Also, the war between the United States and Iran and its result, disruption of the oil sector and other sectors, has led to the increased revenue for the Dangote refinery as the plant has raised its refined petroleum product export. According to Dangote, during the interview, the NNPC's offers to increase its 7.2% stake in the refinery was rejected because the company is planning to go public and give other Nigerians the opportunity to own shares in the plant. In the meantime, the Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Ladoje, on Wednesday advocated the integration of traditional medicine with orthodox healthcare to improve healthcare delivery and preserve indigenous medical knowledge. The monarch made the call while receiving executive members of the Pharmaceutical Society of Nigeria, Oyo State branch at the Olubadan Palace. According to a statement issued by his Chief Press Secretary, Gbenga Yuade, the Olubadan said traditional medicine remained effective, accessible, and affordable for many Nigerians. Helian, the chairman of the Oyo State branch of the PSN, Segun Ajanaku, said delegation visited the palace to congratulate the monarch on his accession to the throne and to appreciate him for achievements recorded within a short period of his reign. Ajanaku also informed the monarch about the completion of a pharmacist story building in Ibadan, which he described as the first of its kind in Nigeria. He further sought the monarch's approval for the association to organize its annual medical outreach at the palace on September 25, 2026. Dignitaries present at the event included the Oba Kolawole Adegbola, Oba Mobolaji Adewoyin, and the Moibi Ademola, among other traditional title holders. In another news from the Vanguard newspaper, the Nigerian Medical Association, Akwa Ibom State chapter, has said it will institute a 1 billion naira legal action against the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission over alleged assault on one of its members, Professor Oyo Ekpe, during a raid at the University of Oyo Teaching Hospital, Akwa Ibom State. The association on Wednesday said the planned suit followed what it described as physical, emotional, professional, and institutional damages suffered during the EFCC operation at the hospital on Tuesday. It was gathered that EFCC operatives had stormed the UUTH while investigating a fraud case involving a suspect, a move the commission said was to verify a medical report submitted by the suspect. The EFCC, in its explanation, said its operatives later visited the chief medical director of the hospital as at last resort to make further inquiries, but claimed they were met with resistance, adding that the team eventually withdrew without disrupting hospital activities. However, the NMA said the operation led to the alleged assault of Professor Ekpe, a cardiothoracic surgeon at the hospital. Addressing his press conference in Uyo, the state NMA chairman, Professor Hanieka Peter, said the decision to approach the court was part of resolutions reached at an emergency meeting of the association. Also, he alleged that the NMA chairman was affected during the incident, saying Professor Peter, Akwa Ibom NMA chairman, was shoved and exposed to tear gas when he approached the scene, seeking clarification from the operatives. The association described the hospital environment as sacred and said it shouldn't have been subjected to violent operations by security agencies. For more details, please visit The Punch and Vanguard newspaper. Akwa Ibom doctors threaten 1 billion naira suit against EFCC over hospital raid. On to the last news on newspaper review this morning. Governor Seyi Makinde on Wednesday said his administration had put in place policies, infrastructure, and economic enablers that would position Oyo State as the tourism hub of southwest Nigeria and one of the country's leading tourism destinations. Makinde stated this at the International Tourism Summit Oyo State 2026 held at the International Conference Center, University of Ibadan. In a statement issued by a special advisor on media, Sulaimo Lanrewaju, the governor said key infrastructure projects connecting towns and communities across the state, improved security, and effort to revitalize tourist attractions will significantly boost tourism activities in the coming years. Speaking at the summit themed From Groundwork to Governance, Building Tourism that Endures, Makinde said continuity of policies and ideas remain critical to sustaining long-term investment in tourism development. Makinde highlighted ongoing road projects across the state, noting that improved connectivity would support tourism and economic growth. For more details, please visit Daily Post newspaper. Oyo will become Southwest tourism capital, says Makinde. To bring this paper review to a close this morning, here is the recap of headlines. Dangote rejects NNPC offer to increase stake in refinery. Olubadan seeks integration of traditional medicine with modern healthcare. Akwa Ibom doctors threaten ₦1 billion lawsuit against EFCC over hospital raid. Oyo will become Southwest tourism capital, says Makinde. And with that, we've come to the end of the newspaper review. Thank you very much for listening. You can download Carnival Media app from Google Play Store and Apple iOS. You can also check out our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. My name remains Joseph Oyukola. Good morning, and please do well to enjoy the rest of your day.